a lot of that kind of stuff. But I think that also came from the fact that a lot of politicians in general, they don't work out. It's simple as that. They don't exercise. They don't treat themselves in that same manner as like me, you, or some of our clients do. So they quite don't understand. And I mean, I just did a podcast with Krusaji from Pound for Pound here, and
Oh, nice.
we were talking about how mixed martial arts gyms, CrossFit gyms, gyms that do classes in general, they provide that sense of community that you were just talking about. Where like it's not always about working out and lifting weights and punching shit and getting ready for fights. It's about like sometimes I just fucking show up to the gym, roll to a couple rounds and we shoot the shit and we have fun and we just talk shit for like, 20, 30 minutes after while we're stretching, and that's like therapy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. It's your mental health and your physical health. It's even if you're not like you said, busting your ass or working for a fight. It's creating these bonds with new people, and you get to just enjoy everyone's well being because there's no politics there.
Yeah,
It's you,
exactly.
me. We talk about our families, our pets. Oh, this new bar, this new restaurant. Oh, we should go try it. All right, let's go. All you can eat
Yeah.
sushi. Let's go. Like you know
Taco
what I
Bell.
mean?
I remember my last meal with you guys at fucking in Windsor before I moved back here. You guys took me to Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Taco Bell's where it's
yeah,
at, man.
yeah. So your last fight, after the layoff, tough fight, right? Tough opponent. How did you feel going into that, and how did you feel coming out with? Obviously, you got the results you wanted. How did you feel, physically, mentally after the layoff and the UFC and the transition from the UFC going into that one?
Um, Honestly, like I felt like the best I possibly have ever felt, like ever.
Amazing.
Like
That's
my mentality, my strength, my overall athleticism, just like even my overall shape, just from you know doing sport specific things with strength and conditioning, doing all these things with Reno, doing all these things with other teammates, cross training to all these other gyms, and just working with all these great athletes. Um, I felt, yeah, I felt the best I've ever felt, and obviously I wanted to highlight reel. Everybody does,
yeah.
but I got the decision. Even for the full 25 minutes, I still had, I would say, 90% of my strength. Like I didn't expect to just randomly pick up Dufour and just slam him in the last like 10 seconds and then
Yeah.
just try to smash him out. But it just happened, and I was like, man, I
Oh.
feel good. Like, wow, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, and I mean that was how hard was it to get a fight um for yourself at that time? Because I know like it's not easy right now for any professional to get a fight. So how difficult was it to get it set up and kind of get back going after the layoff?
Um, it was tricky. That's why we're like still working on the visa because the states, it's like they got a show every week, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah,
Uh, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to drop this amount of money because this is an investment for future purposes.
yeah,
I'm still waiting on it, which is okay. I understand just because of the whole COVID thing and everything going on, and it's a process.
yeah,
For Canada, it just whatever opportunity was there, you had to go and take because you
yeah,
don't know like if you're going to be open and free or if you're going to be restricted. So it's
yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
we're going to go and we're going to take it. Like this is
Yeah.
it. Enjoy yourself after the job is done, and then stay ready. That way you don't have to get ready.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what I'm being told now too, because we're getting ready to get my ass back in there, and it's like ideally I would love after a long layoff and a surgery to like, hey, here's 12 weeks, here's the fucking date, get yourself ready. But my coach is like, dude, it's not gonna work out like that. We're gonna set a timeline where we want to get you in there and look for shit, but we got to stay ready. You got to keep your weight low. You got to keep eating right, and whatever pops up, we're gonna have to, smartly take it. Obviously, right? Not just
Yeah,
fucking.
everything's got to be calculated because it is a business at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. You
Knowing
can't
you,
just.
it would only take you about 8 to 10 weeks, and you're going to be a shark anyway. So
Yeah, I know.
I know.
My my biggest issue, and I don't know if it was the same in Windsor. My biggest issue was getting the grappling work in, because it's very easy during restrictions and all that kind of stuff. Like if you have a bag, you can fucking hit the bag and work on your striking. You can get pads, but for grappling, wrestling, those kind of things, you need a room. You know what I mean? You need
Yeah,
a room. You need mats. You
high
need
level people.
high level guys. You need coaching. You can't like it's. I can easily get a bunch of guys together and roll. It's not a fucking problem. But
Yeah.
um, preparing for an actual opponent is not just getting together and rolling. So I found it just very difficult to get that aspect of mixed martial arts trained during the last years. Do you find that it was the same for you as well?
Um, See, for it's crazy because my last fight camp, until restrictions were like open, I only had 2 sparring sessions,
Jeez.
so I only got to spar twice. Yeah,
Wow.
so 2 different gyms got to spar, do some MMA work, but for like grappling and all that, because we have like Tecumseh Jiu Jitsu, the hybrid, and MTC, so all the guys of the small like high level guys,
Get
we'd
together.
all gather wherever, different location, whatever location, and we would just work, we would drill, we would do situational stuff. So it would be like a hard hour, 2 hours, and then with different people, different things, work technique, and then we would just go about our day. And then, all right, let's go for a run or anything. Go, all right, now it's time for pads. Where
Yeah.
it was crazy because I didn't, like I said, I only sparred twice, and it was when restrictions were lifted.
Yeah.
Before that, it was just strictly all like grappling, all rolling.
Yeah. And